There will come a day when the world no longer distracts you, not because it stops shouting, but because you've stopped listening. A day when you no longer search outside for signs, for permission, for validation. On that day, you will feel it, the shift, the stillness beneath the storm, the remembrance. You are the power, not a piece of it, not a servant to it, but the very essence of it, clothed in flesh, cloaked in limitation, only so you could discover the limitless. This is not a poetic phrase for comfort, it is the living truth. And it burns through every excuse, every story, every fear you've wrapped around yourself to explain why life is the way it is. Life is not the way it is. Life is the way you are. The moment you dare to revise your self-concept, the world bends in silence to obey you, not because it has changed, but because you have. And the outer world is but a printout of your inner world. You were taught to react, but you were born to command. And you command not with effort, not with sweat, but with assumption, with the silent inner decree that what you imagine is already so. They will call it delusion. Let them. They will call it madness. Let them. Did they not say the same of the dreamers before you? When the Wrights looked up and saw sky, not impossibility. When Ford closed his eyes and saw machines replacing horses. When Helen Keller, blind, deaf, and voiceless, declared she would graduate with honor. The world has never been changed by those who wait. It is changed by those who assume and act from that assumption as though it were law. You must stop praying to a distant power and start realizing you are the vessel through which power becomes visible. The tool is thought. The material is belief. The spark is feeling. Feeling is the bridge. Not emotion in the fleeting sense, but feeling as in conscious fusion with the state of the wish fulfilled. When you enter into the scene in imagination, when you feel it real, your soul signs a contract the world must fulfill. This is why you must be careful not only of what you want, but of what you dwell upon. For what you dwell upon, you become. Every idle assumption is a seed, and though it may not bloom today, bloom it shall. You may look around and say, but this is not the life I wanted. Good. Then change it. You are not a prisoner. You are not a victim. You are not some leaf tossed by winds of fate. You are the wind. And the moment you believe this, the very cells in your body begin to change. Your countenance shifts. Your energy moves. And people, opportunities, and circumstances begin arranging themselves like actors on a stage, waiting for your cue. But do not be fooled. This power is not activated by mere desire. Desire alone is smoke without fire. It is assumption mingled with persistence that ignites. To persist in the unseen is the greatest test of all, for the eyes will lie, the facts will shout their contradictions, the world will wave its false evidence before you and dare you to bow. But you must stand unmoved. You must walk through the valley of denial and speak only the language of fulfillment. And when doubt whispers, be realistic, you reply, reality is what I say it is. For there is no power outside your awareness. There is no authority above your assumption. You are not attracting. You are not chasing. You are not hoping. You are selecting. You are choosing a state and embodying it so deeply, so completely, that it crystallizes into form. All things, whether of glory or of ruin, begin and end in the imagination. So go there, not to escape, but to create. Not to fantasize, but to form. You are not waiting on the world is waiting on you. Your silence is a command. Your inner conversations are blueprints. Your assumptions are builders laying brick upon brick. Speak wisely within. Speak not of what is lacking, but of what is already yours. Speak not of delay, but of divine timing. Speak not as one who wants, but as one who is. The world listens. It may not appear to move at once, but it moves nonetheless. Like the tide beneath a still sea, the current obeys your unseen decree, and you must persist, not in desperation, but in certainty, not in repetition, but in identity. You must become the man who walks as though it is done, the woman who carries herself as if the crown already rests upon her head. This is not arrogance, this is alignment. To see what is not yet visible and to live from that truth, this is the secret of all who have defied the odds. You yourself are the power, not some distant force in the clouds, not some external blessing to be earned, but you, in stillness, in knowing, in silent, persistent assumption. The world is plastic to the mold of your mind. So, what mold are you pouring yourself into today? What state have you accepted as final? For whatever you accept, even passively, becomes your law. But you may revise it now. There is no journey to power, only the awakening to it. You are not climbing towards something distant. You are peeling back the layers of noise, doubt, and conditioning that have hidden what has always been yours. The seed was planted the moment you arrived in this world. The question is not whether you are worthy. The question is whether you will water it. You were told to be humble, to stay small, to wait your turn. But the truth is, the world is not saved by those who shrink. The world is transformed by those who remember. You are not a beggar at the door of destiny. You are the architect of your reality. You are the one who speaks light into form. And if your world appears dim, it is only because the light within has been dimmed by forgetting. But you can remember, close your eyes, not to escape, but to return. Return to the place where all things are made, where nothing is denied you except that which you will not claim. Imagine the life that is yours. Feel the weight of it in your bones. Smell the air of it. Hear the silence of contentment. Move as the one who already holds it, not someday. Now do not concern yourself with how. The how is not your burden. That belongs to the unseen intelligence that obeys your inner command. Your task is not to build the bridge, but to walk as though it is already built. And as you do, the world will rise to meet your steps. Let the world call it magic. Let the doubters call it luck. It matters not, for you will know the truth. You will know that everything you once chased was already within you, waiting for recognition. The outer world is nothing but an echo. It repeats what you have whispered within. Whisper fear, and you will find fear in your path. Whisper power, and the mountains will bow. You do not need to strive. You need only to assume, not blindly, but boldly, not with trembling hope, but with quiet certainty. For assumption is not wishful thinking. It is the silent agreement between you and the unseen that what you have imagined is already real. And once that agreement is made, you must walk in accordance with it. Let others wait for signs. Let others beg the world to give them permission, but not you. You will be the cause, not the effect. The fire, not the smoke. The voice, not the echo. You must understand, the world does not respond to your need. It responds to your state. And your state is not what you say, but what you are. What you accept as true when no one is watching. What you believe in the silence of your own being. Every moment, you are stepping into a version of yourself. Every assumption is a doorway. Every feeling is a key. So choose wisely. Do not rehearse failure. Do not mentally dwell in what you fear. Do not replay the past unless it serves the future. For every thought you dwell upon is a rehearsal for what you are becoming. You are not here to repeat old patterns. You are here to rise above them, to rewrite the story, to declare a new script and live it fully. For once you realize you yourself are the power, there is no turning back. There is only forward into the vastness of your potential. The moment you accept that your inner world is the source of all, a great responsibility awakens. No longer can you blame. No longer can you wait. No longer can you hand the pen of your life to another and say, "Write it for me." You must become the author. Do not fear this power. Embrace it. For it is not a burden, it is freedom, the freedom to rise from any circumstance, the freedom to declare wealth in the face of lack, the freedom to walk as whole in the presence of sickness, the freedom to love even where love was never given. This is mastery, not the mastery of others, but of self. To master the self is to master the world, for the world is but a mirror, and when the image within changes, the reflection must follow. You may stumble, you may fall back into old thoughts, but remember, the power has never left you. It does not abandon, it waits patiently for your return. Return then, again and again, to the truth, I am. I am is the doorway. Speak nothing after those words that you do not wish to become. I am tired. I am broken. I am lost. These are not harmless phrases. They are commands, orders sent into the unseen, where they gather and form the life you will soon walk into. So instead say, I am rising. I am whole. I am wealthy. I am chosen. Let these be your silent anthem. Let them saturate your mornings and carry you into your nights. Let them shape the rhythm of your breath and the posture of your being. For as you claim them, so shall you become. And in this becoming, you will no longer ask, when will it come? You will know, it is already here. Stand still now. Feel this truth not with your intellect, but with your being. The journey has not been about seeking, it has been about awakening. And now you stand at the edge of remembrance. You have tried the way of force. You have tried the way of waiting. You have tried the way of doubt. But now you walk the way of assumption, the way of the inner decree. All things bend to the one who knows, not merely believes, knows. And this knowing is not loud. It does not shout. It does not explain. It simply is. The one who knows walks differently, speaks differently, breathes differently, for their world is already changed, though no one else can see it. You must become this one. Do not ask the world for proof. Become the proof. Let your life be the evidence that unseen forces move at the command of awareness. Let your peace confound the chaos. Let your abundance silence every argument. Let your joy rise in defiance of every fact. This is not fantasy. This is not escape. This is the higher law. And you, when you remember who you are, become its living embodiment. You are the dreamer and the dream, the sculptor and the stone, the spark and the flame. So choose not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. Speak, not as one who begs, but as one who creates. Walk, not as one who waits, but as one who already is. And when the voices return, the old voices that say, be reasonable, be realistic, you will smile gently, not in anger, not in fear, but in quiet power. For you have seen the truth, you have remembered the ancient secret. Realize you yourself are the power, and nothing shall be impossible to you. You stand now at the threshold of your own becoming, but understand this, transformation is not a lightning strike. It is the slow unfolding of a mighty oak from a humble acorn, the patient weaving of a tapestry by unseen hands. Discipline is the loom on which your destiny is woven. Without it, your thoughts flutter like leaves caught in a restless wind, scattered and lost. Consider Edison, a man who failed thousands of times yet refused to surrender. His secret was not talent, but relentless discipline, the belief that every failure was but a step closer to the light. You too must embrace discipline as your closest ally, for without it, belief remains mere hope. And hope is a candle flickering in the gusts of uncertainty. The mind is your field, and your thoughts the seeds. Sow with care, water with persistence, nourish with unwavering faith. But discipline alone is not enough. Vision must guide your hands and heart. A vision so vivid, so alive, it quickens your blood and ignites your nights with restless fire. Look back to Lincoln, who saw a united nation when others saw only division and despair. He carried that vision through war and tragedy until it became the reality the world inherited. You must hold your vision in sacred trust, for the eyes of others will fail to see what you know in your heart. This vision demands clarity, a crystal clear picture of your desired state. Ambiguity is the enemy of manifestation. When you see your goal as distinctly as the sunrise, your soul sets the compass and your feet find the path, even in darkness. Purpose fuels this journey. Without purpose, you wander like a ship without a rudder, tossed by every storm. Your purpose is the why that drives your every action, the beacon that calls you forward when comfort whispers retreat. Find it, clutch it, and let it be the drumbeat that shatters complacency. But purpose alone will not carry you through the wilderness. Gratitude must be the air you breathe. For in gratitude, your soul recognizes abundance already present, and this recognition summons more. Gratitude transforms lack into plenty, fear into faith, waiting into arrival. It is the magnet that draws your desires closer, for what you praise expands. Yet life is not without resistance. Adversity is the fire that tempers your spirit. It is in hardship that resilience is forged. Look to Ford, who weathered bankruptcy and ridicule before his vision of the automobile reshaped the world. Adversity will come, as certain as night follows day. Meet it, not with despair, but with the iron resolve of one who knows the power lies within. In every setback, hear the whisper of growth. In every closed door, sense the redirection to something greater. Learn, for knowledge is the lantern in dark passages. Study the masters, yes, but more so study yourself. Your mind is both battlefield and sanctuary. Master it, and you master the world. Now, breathe deeply this truth. You are not merely a player in life's drama. You are the playwright, the director, the lead actor. Your imagination is the stage where all creation begins. It is here, in the sacred theater of your mind, that reality is born. Cast the role you desire to play. Speak your lines with conviction. This journey you undertake is not for the faint of heart. It demands a warrior's courage, a scholar's dedication, and a child's wonder. To wield your power is to embrace paradox, the delicate balance of fierce resolve and gentle surrender. See yourself now as a sculptor. Your reality is the raw marble before you, rough and unshaped. Each thought, each feeling, each moment of attention is the chisel strike carving away the unnecessary, revealing the form that has always been within. The great sculptors of history, Michelangelo, Rodin, knew that the statue existed in the stone. Their task was to release it. So too with your life. The masterpiece lies within. You must only remove what conceals it. But beware the chisel of doubt. It chips away not stone, but spirit. When hesitation whispers, when fear murmurs, not yet, silence these voices with the hammer of conviction. Conviction is the heartbeat of creation. It is the pulse that moves mountains and parts seas. Without it, your dreams remain shadows, forever out of reach. The great innovators, Edison, Ford, Carnegie, were men and women of conviction. They did not falter when failure mocked them. They marched on, fueled by the unshakable belief that what they envisioned was not fantasy, but fact waiting to be born. You must cultivate this same conviction, not as a fragile hope, but as an unbreakable law within. Next, embrace the power of clarity, not as a distant ideal, but as your constant companion. Clarity is the lantern in the fog. It reveals the path ahead and warns of hidden pitfalls. Without it, you stumble and falter. Every great achievement begins with a clear picture, a vivid, unwavering vision. When Lincoln spoke of a nation united, it was not a vague hope, but a detailed dream. He saw the lines, the faces, the voices of that future. He held the vision so firmly that even amid civil war, it pulled him forward. You must do the same. See your success as clearly as the noon sun. Hear the sounds of your fulfilled desires. Feel the weight of your accomplishment as though it were already yours. This clarity breeds purpose. Purpose is the fuel of persistence. It is the compass that turns confusion into direction. When Thomas Edison faced repeated failure, it was purpose that kept him from surrender. He knew the light bulb was possible because he saw it, believed it, and refused to be swayed. Purpose, once discovered, ignites an unstoppable fire. But know this, purpose must be fed by gratitude. Gratitude is the alchemy that turns want into have. When you practice gratitude, you acknowledge the abundance already present. This recognition opens the floodgates for more. Carnegie credited his success not only to hard work, but to a profound sense of gratitude for every small blessing. Gratitude expands your field of vision. It reveals opportunities hidden behind obstacles. It transforms resistance into resilience. Adversity then becomes not your enemy, but your greatest teacher. The road to greatness is littered with setbacks. Ford's bankruptcy, Lincoln's defeats, Edison's thousands of failed experiments. Each was a forge where strength was made. Resilience is born in the crucible of hardship. It is the muscle that grows stronger under strain. When life strikes, you must not shrink but expand. Welcome every trial as a call to rise higher. Learn with humility and tenacity. Every mistake is a stepping stone, every failure a lesson cloaked in disguise. The wise do not stumble upon their path, they carve it with deliberate steps. And through this process, the mind becomes the master key. Your thoughts are the architects of your world. Guard them as you would a priceless treasure. Speak kindly within, speak boldly. You are not the echo of circumstance. You are the voice that shapes circumstance. You are not a leaf in the wind. You are the wind itself. Harness this truth, and nothing can stand against you. You create not by effort, but by presence. You build not by labor, but by living the truth of your vision now. This is the sacred act of imagination made flesh. So walk forth with certainty. Carry yourself as one who knows the crown rests upon your brow, because it does. Realize you yourself are the power, and in this realization find freedom, strength, and unshakable peace. The world is yours to create. The power you seek is not found in distant places or bestowed by others. It lives quietly within you, like a sleeping giant waiting for the call to rise. This giant is not a mythical creature, but your own consciousness, vast, infinite, and sovereign. History is a testament to those who awakened this giant. When Edison sat alone in his workshop inventing the incandescent light bulb, he did not see darkness as the end, but as a canvas waiting to be transformed. When Carnegie built his steel empire, he did not see obstacles as walls, but as stepping stones. When Disney dreamed of kingdoms of imagination, he was not limited by the harsh realities around him, but fueled by the world he saw inside. These were men who realized a profound truth, that the external world is the echo of internal belief. So what belief do you hold today? What vision burns bright enough within you to command the tides of fate? If your vision is unclear, your power is diffused. But if your vision is sharp, your power is focused, unstoppable. To wield this power requires clarity, not just a vague hope or wish, but clarity born from conviction. Begin by imagining your life as you desire it, but do so with the fullness of your senses. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures. Enter this imagined scene with your whole being. Do not linger in fantasy, but embody it as reality. Feeling of the wish fulfilled is the seed of manifestation. This feeling is the language of creation. It bridges the unseen and the seen. Do not be deceived by appearances. What your eyes witness now is not the final script of your life. It is but a shadow cast by your current assumptions. Change those assumptions and the shadows shift. This requires discipline of mind and emotion, discipline to guard your thoughts, to choose what you nourish, discipline to return again and again to the feeling of your fulfilled desire, despite the noise of the world, because the world will challenge you, it will show you evidence to the contrary, it will whisper doubt and attempt to unravel your resolve. This is the test of faith. Not blind faith, but knowing faith. the unwavering belief that what you imagine is real even before it appears. When you pass this test, you become a creator, not a creature. You shape your world with each thought, each feeling, each silent assumption. Gratitude is your ally in this journey. Gratitude for what is, even as you reach for what will be. Gratitude aligns your heart with the flow of abundance and opens the channels through which your desires manifest. Be grateful for every small victory, every lesson, every moment of growth, for these are the building blocks of the empire you are creating. Adaptability is another pillar. Life is fluid and ever changing. The path to your vision may twist and turn, but the destination remains. Be willing to learn, to shift, to refine your approach. Resilience is your armor. When setbacks come, as they will, meet them with the steady heart of one who knows that failure is not defeat but feedback. Rise again and again, stronger and wiser. The world bows to those who persist with grace and unwavering purpose. And remember this, you do not walk this path alone. You walk with the ancestors of greatness, with the power of your own higher self, and with the force of the universe conspiring in your favor. So stand tall, stand firm, and realize you yourself are the power. You stand now at the threshold of your own becoming. This is no ordinary crossing. It is the passage from a life dictated by circumstance into a life commanded by conviction. Too long have men and women been content to drift as leaves on the wind, believing themselves powerless to steer the course. But power is not given, it is claimed. Power is not found, it is born. Born in the crucible of your own imagination and nurtured by your steadfast assumption. Recall the vision of Abraham Lincoln, a man shaped by struggle yet unyielding in belief. He saw a nation united where division reigned. He held that vision with such intensity that despite every setback, every jeer, and every doubt cast upon him, he marched forward. His success was not the product of mere happenstance. It was the harvest of unwavering mental discipline, clear vision, and the refusal to bow to the realities that sought to deny his dream. Like Lincoln, your power lies in your ability to visualize your future, to dwell in that imagined reality so vividly that your mind can no longer distinguish it from fact. The imagination is not a playground for idle fancy. It is the architect's workshop where reality is crafted before it emerges into form. You must become a master of this inner workshop, every thought a blueprint, every feeling the mortar binding your creation, every assumption the pillar that holds your edifice. But be wary of distraction. The world clamors to pull your gaze outward, to seduce you with temporary diversions and hollow noise. To give your power away to every passing impulse is to squander the gold you carry within. Discipline yourself to a higher standard. Cultivate a mind that is like a fortress, impervious to the attacks of doubt and fear. Guard your thoughts as a commander guards the gates of a city. Only allow through what serves your vision. Action follows belief, not the other way around. Do not mistake frantic motion for progress. A tree grows silently, yet its roots deepen with purpose. So too must your actions arise from a deep well of inner knowing, each step a manifestation of your assumed reality. Embrace patience, not as resignation, but as a quiet power that trusts the unfolding of your vision in perfect timing. Remember Edison's countless trials before the bulb illuminated the darkness. Each failure was a lesson etched into the mind, strengthening the resolve to create what was unseen. Gratitude will keep you anchored. Be thankful not only for what you have, but for what is already yours in the unseen realm. Gratitude fuels the fire of manifestation. It signals your soul's alignment with abundance. Adaptability must be your companion. The journey to your realized self is never a straight path. Winds will shift, obstacles will rise, but a mind anchored in vision bends without breaking. Resilience will define you. When doubt knocks, do not answer. When fear whispers, hold fast. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. In the silence of your heart, hear this truth. You are the power you have always been. Let this knowledge awaken the giant within. Step forward with courage, clarity, and unshakable faith. The world waits not for the hesitant, but for the bold. Realize you yourself are the power. And in that realization, all things become possible. Now look within, not with doubt, but with unwavering certainty. You are not a bystander in the story of your life. You are the author, the director, and the lead actor. The power you seek is not somewhere out there. It is here, now, inside you. Claim it, live it, breathe it, do this, and watch how the universe bends its knee to your will. The impossible becomes inevitable. The unseen becomes your reality. Realize this truth today and never forget you yourself are the power, the mighty, unyielding force shaping all that you are and all that you will ever be.